Hello and welcome back to another video in the complete web dev series. In this video what we're going to do is try to finish up most of the functionality for our admin portal for the content management portion of the CMS. So what we have left is we need to print out our articles, and we need to be able to click to edit them, add a button to add new ones, and delete them. So it shouldn't be that difficult. So let's dive right in. I'm going to go to my screen here. We're going to create a new branch. Let me move my microphone a little bit closer. Sorry about that, and sorry about my air conditioner. It's very hot, and I am hot because after making my last video, I was planning on making a bunch of videos in a row, but a tree came down, or a big branch out of a tree came down, and I had to go outside and cut that up in between these videos, so I'm a little bit tired and hot. So I'm going to leave my AC on. Sorry about that. So here we go. I'm going to do a git checkout -b, and this is v34, and then we'll go ahead and push that origin v34. All right, we're good to go now, and what we're going to do is we're going to need the admin controller open. We need the article. Well, we close the article. We're going to need the articles view open. I guess we'll leave open the model as well. We can go ahead and close down those for now, and we'll just go to view and articles, and this is going to be our list of articles here. And so what we're going to do here is let's create first a div with a class of deflex. We'll also give it a class of justify content between and align items center, and we'll move our h2 into that div, and then let's add a link with a class of button primary, and then we'll give it an href equal to, and then we'll PHP echo out our root, and then we're going to send this to admin article new. Okay, close that anchor tag there, and we'll just put new article and save that. And if we go back now to our articles page, we have this link over here, and this takes us to our form, and we can click cancel to go back. Oops. Click cancel to go back. All right, so that's good. Now let's create our table view to display our articles. So let's give this a div with a class of poster, and inside here let's do table with a class of table. We'll do table striped, and then we'll do table hover, and then we're going to do a t head with a tr inside of that, and th, and we'll do 1 2 3 4 times 4. So there we go. And then the first one is going to be title, and then the next column will be create date, and then we'll do status, and then the last one is going to be our actions, and let's make this actions have a class equal to text right. So let's save that now and see what that looks like. Refresh here. Okay, looks good. Next, what I'd like to do is underneath this t head, we'll do our t body, and inside there we're going to have a tr, and we'll do td times 4, and on the last td here we'll also give it a class equal to text right. And we need a loop for each one of our articles through this. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to open up some PHP tags, and we'll do a for each this articles as article, and then that gets a colon, not a semicolon, and after this last tr, or the closing tr tag, we'll say end for each, and then we will indent this over. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is for the first TD, we're going to echo out our article title, and then we'll do we'll echo out article created at, and then we're going to do we'll echo out our article status. Alright, and then we're going to have some buttons here, so go ahead and go inside this last TD and hit enter. We'll put these buttons on different lines. The first one is going to be an A tag with a class of button, button small, and button info. For the href here, we're just going to echo out, we'll do our PHP echo root. And then this is going to go to our admin / article / and then we're going to do a PHP echo our article ID. Alright, and then for the text here, we'll give it edit. And then after that, we're going to do a button for our delete. And for this, we're gonna we'll do delete here, and then we'll give this a class equal to button, button small, and button danger. And then we'll do an on-click event, and this will be delete article. And inside here, we'll do 2 single quotes, and then we'll close that, and then we'll do our PHP echo article ID. Alright, so that'll create all of that. After the table here, let's go ahead and PHP echo, or not echo, we'll just do PHP this partial, and we'll say partials pager to add pagination. Alright, and we might as well, after this last div, we might as well do our JavaScript here. So open and close some script tags. And we'll create a function called delete article. And this is going to take an ID. And inside here, we're just going to say if window.confirm, then what we're going to do is do a window.location.href is equal to, we'll do backticks, so we can do string literals and JavaScript, and then we're going to do a PHP echo root, and then we'll do admin / article, or I'm sorry, admin delete article / and then we give it the article ID, so that will be a $sign in curly brackets, and we can pass ID in right there. So now we just need to give this a confirm message, and we're going to say, are you sure you want to delete this article? This cannot be undone. And we'll hit save, and I think that will be it for our view. So 43 lines of code, that's not too bad. So now though, we have to pass down the articles, and we need to pass down a total for this pager here. So we'll go back to admin controller and scroll up till you find the articles action. Once you find that, what we're going to do is do a database lookup. So in the articles action here, let's say params is equal to, and we'll do an array. And we're going to give it some conditions here. And the conditions that we're going to give it are, we want to make sure that the user ID is equal to, and then we'll bind on user ID. And then for our bind, that's going to be an associative array, and we passed user ID as a key. And then this will have this current user ID will get passed into that. The next thing that we're going to give this is an order, and what we're going to do is order this. Let's order this from the newest to the oldest. So we'll just say ID descending. Okay, so this will be our parameters that we need. The next thing that we need to do is we need to do our pagination. So we'll say params is equal to, and then we'll say articles merge with pagination, and we just need to pass in our params into that. Once we have that, what we can do is we can say this view articles is equal to articles find, and we'll pass our params into that. And then we'll say this view total, and that's going to be articles find total, and we'll also pass the params. Now this router perm direct, I made a mistake. That needs to be at the top here to make sure they have permission, either an author or an admin, to see this page. And we'll save that, and I believe that's it here. So let's go back now and refresh. All right, perfect. So you can see all of my articles here. You can see all three of them. Their status is private. I'm gonna drink of water real quick, and they are sorted by the newest to the oldest. Now we could have done title and did we could do an order by title if we'd like. While we're here though, let's just test out our pagination. I think it's going to work, but to test it out we could just add a get variable up here, and we're going to say limit, and let's just set that to 1. So now we have 3 pages that have 1 per page, and so that's good to go. I just wanted to double check that. Alright, so now we have pagination, so we'll get 25 of them. You know what, let's do one more class on our table. Let's do, so go to the view here, and on the table class, let's add a table, I think it's condensed. That might be different for Bootstrap 4. So I didn't make a change. Let's look that up. Get Bootstrap. And we're going to look at the documents for 4.6, which is what we're using here. We'll go to components, and we'll go to, where's tables? I guess it's not in there. Content, tables. Alright, so let's see here. We can do dark tables. We can do striped rows, which we have. We can do bordered if we wanted. We can do borderless, hoverable. We have that. And then here's a small table, so it's just -sm instead of condensed. It used to be condensed, but they changed the name of that class, I guess. There we go. Now it's just a little tighter. You may not want to do that, but I like it. So if we wanted to change the order, we could do that very easily by going to the right here in the params. We can go, instead of order ID descending, we could do title, order by title, and then we can refresh, and now you can see that they're in alphabetical order by title. So it's up to you how you want to do that. I'm going to leave mine as ID descending to show my newest ones up top, like that. The other thing is this isn't a very human readable date. So what I'm going to do let's just fix that. We could do that in the view. And right here, this created at, what we want to do is we want to echo out our PHP date function. Okay, and the first parameter in the date function is going to be the format, and then the second is going to be the time. So I'm going to have to do a string to time here and wrap that created at in that for the second parameter. And then the first parameter is a string. And let's see, let's look up some date times. So we'll do PHP date format. Let's see, let's do, for month, let's do M. So we'll do capital M, space, and then for day we want to have a 2-letter representation, but we'll do J actually. And then we'll do comma, space, and then we'll do the capital Y for the year. And then, let's see, for time, we can do 12-hour format. So let's do space G colon I. And then let's do, for AM or PM, let's do capital A. Save that. Go back to our page, refresh, and now we have September 14th, 2021, and then 4:38 p.m., 12:13 a.m., 12:06 a.m. You know what? I'm gonna also change that capital A to a lowercase a, and then I'm gonna put a tilde right here, just to separate the time and the date a little bit more. And you can make a decision if you like that or not. I'm also gonna put a space before the AM and PM, like that. There we go. So now that's formatted that date a little bit better, for a little bit easier to read. Okay, so let's see here. We got a problem with our edit button and our delete button being different sizes. So let's figure out why that is. Button SM. And that's because this one here doesn't have the button class spelled correctly. There we go. So if I click edit on one of these, like Catan, it should take me to the Catan thing here, and it does. I don't have an image, so let me just grab any of these images here. Hit save. iSafari and Guard will also not have an image. But now if I go to those, it should show a preview of the image. That's not working. Dang it. That's also not working. What's going on here? CMS app upload, features image, featured images, featured image 13. Open a new tab. Why is this all of a sudden not working? Let me double check what's in my database for these. App uploads, featured images. And it was trying to load app featured images. Let's see, app uploads, featured images. So that only has, it only worked with one of them. For whatever reason, it's not uploading the images. Let's go and look at our models. Upload. Let's look back here. Let's see. Alright, so let's go back and look at this validate function. Oh, I know. You know what I think's happening? Let's do this. We're gonna put an if around this, and we're gonna move this article in here. And if it doesn't upload, then it won't save that to the database. So let's close this out. Go back here. Let's try again. Let's try with Catan. Let's go ahead and do the yin yang. App. It still didn't work. I may pause the video for a moment to try to figure it out, and then we'll come back. I don't want you guys to have to watch me dawdle at this too much. Alright, so I put a var dump in the upload thing, and it's telling me that there's a permission denied on the upload line 44. So the permissions are messed up again. I'm not sure what happened here, but if you look at my uploads, it does not have write access. So, and I did that by doing ls-la. So I guess I'll just do this again, where I do sudo change mod -r 777, and then we'll do uploads. I don't know if like saving that to Git or something changed my permissions. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Now it worked. Man, okay. So let's go back now. Go to Article 13. There we go. So now if I go to iSafari and Guard, I should be able to choose the, we'll use the wolf for that. Hit save. And, yep. So that works. I'm not sure why that changed permissions on me. So if that happens to you, I guess change them back. I think I may have messed something up when I was doing a git push or something, so I'm not going to be too concerned about it for now. Alright, so now, sorry about that side note there. I still think it's fine to leave this this if statement right here, because basically I only want this to happen if the upload was successful, so that's a fine check to put in there. And especially now, because in the upload we are, if you go to the models, on that upload method we're returning the result of this, which will be a boolean, true or false. So that's good to go. Alright, so now that we have that list, we can edit just fine. We need to be able to delete now, and so deleting is going to be pretty easy, but there's a little bit of a little bit more we have to do with the images stuff. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. So let's go down below this article here, method, and let's create a new action. We'll call this public function delete article action. And this is going to take an ID as a parameter. And what we're going to do here is we're going to have some params, and we'll set that. That's going to be an array. So in here we're going to say our conditions. We want this to be, the ID is going to be equal to ID, and the user ID is equal to user ID. All right, because we want to make sure that the owner of the article is the one trying to delete this. Then what we're going to do is pass our bind, which will be an associative array, and ID is going to be the ID that we pass into the parameter, but the user ID is going to be this current user ID. All right, then, oops, we don't need any more parameters. Then what we're going to do is we're going to find that article. So article is equal to articles find first params. All right. Then what we're going to do, we are going to make sure that we delete the article and we delete the image, because we don't want to have extra images if we delete an article. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say if there is an article, then we're going to do a session message. We'll say article deleted. And then we're going to do an unlink, which will delete a file. And we're going to unlink proot.ds, so the directory separator, and then the article image. All right. Then what we're going to do is article delete, just like that. Else, what we're going to do here is we're going to do a session message, and we're going to say you do not have permission to delete that article. And then we're going to let's give this other session message a type of success, and this one by default will be a type of danger or failure. And then at the end of this, we're going to do a router redirect, and we're going to redirect them to the admin articles page. We'll save that, and that will be it. So let's go ahead and create an article that we can delete. So I'm going to say new article. We'll call this delete me. Delete me, man. And then let's give this I'll give it this image of cat. Okay, so we have a new article called delete me, and if I go to the user's upload, if I look, there's this one, featured image 18. So that's the newest one. And so what we want to do is make sure that when we delete this one, so delete, are you sure you want to? Yep. So it deletes the article. We need to also make sure it deletes that image, which I can see here that it did delete it. So we know that our unlink is working correctly. And it deleted the article from the database. Okay. So let's see. I believe that wraps up all of our CRUD operations, and I think that will actually do it for the content management piece of this website, because now we can add, we can edit, and we can delete. We have pagination, and we can do the same thing for categories, and we can do the same thing for users. Now, one thing we'll try really quick before we end the video is let's log out, and let's log in as Tony. And then we'll go to the author portal. Whoops. Go to the author portal. And you can see that she doesn't have any articles. So we'll say new article. And we'll say Tony's article. This is Tony's article. Don't delete me. We'll add an image here. I'll add this Mortal Kombat logo. We'll hit save. And now you can see when she's logged in, she only sees her articles. Okay, and in fact, if I do something funky, let's say I log out and I log in as Curtis again, and I try to do something where, let's say I know her ID, or I just guess an ID for let's say hers is 19 here. Let's see if I can delete her article. So let's go now, and we will visit admin delete article /19. So I'm logged in as Curtis, but I'm trying to delete Tony's article. Well, it redirects me and says you do not have permission to delete that article. And that is because, and you can see that it doesn't actually delete her article. And the reason that's happening is because when we go to this delete, we're searching for an article that is the ID, and the user ID is the logged in user. Okay, so this bit right here is adding the security there to make sure users can't delete each other's articles. All right, so I believe that will wrap it up. Let me know if you guys have any questions. We can go through and explain anything that you guys are confused about or anything like that. But at this point, there shouldn't be anything too complex. We're just using functionality that we already created, with the exception of, adding these uploads. I know that may be a little new. So if you have any questions about this class, I'd be happy to go through it again if anybody needs me to. As long as it's not too far in the future. But I think this should be self-explanatory. Just try to read through it and understand what it's doing and look at how we use it in the article action. It's pretty simple here. You know what, I was actually thinking of an improvement we can do, and I might do that real quick. And that would be to, instead of us having to run the, let's see, we run this validate right here. Well, I'm not going to rewrite this logic, but we could, instead of having to run this manually, we could do it when they run the upload. We could easily go here, and before it does the upload, it could actually run the validate function first. But this is fine for now. I don't see a problem with this. It would act a little bit more like a regular model if we did that. All right, so let's go ahead and push this up to GitHub. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Commit message, article CRUD done. Push that up. And then I'll also git checkout main and git merge v34, and I'll do a push there. All right, so now that that's done, guys, I hope you guys are having fun. We are getting really close to wrapping this up. In fact, All we're going to have to do now is add some menu items and display our articles on the front end site so that anyone who visits the site can see these. And then we'll do some filtering to filter by articles and category and things like that. And then if they are an author or an admin, they can go to the portal and manage users, categories, and articles. All right, with that, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.